Hey guys, it's Kelvin here. I just wanted to share some information with you I found about a cool Max for Live plugin. And this plugin helps you emulate a classic technique that would have been to input a sequence of notes into a hardware sequencer and then step through that sequence of notes by sending the sequencer a trigger pulse. And the trigger pulse would have come from something like an old Roland drum machine, for example. Synthmania have done a cool video on that, demonstrating the process with a TR-909 and a Juno 60, and in that video he emulates the classic Larry Heard or Mr. Fingers Can You Feel It bassline. So I wanted to see if you could do the same thing just inside the DAW without having the hardware sequencer or some sort of a drum machine to trigger any device basically to send a trigger pulse. And I came across Live Stepper. Live Stepper is a free Max for Live plugin, and as you can see, it allows you to input up to 16 notes and then to receive a trigger. And instead of having to have that trigger come from a hardware device, you can simply send it standard MIDI notes to trigger it. So you'll see that I have a MIDI clip on the same channel that I have Live Stepper, and I've programmed in a sequence of notes, and each time one of these MIDI notes plays, it triggers Live Stepper, and Live Stepper will step through the 3 notes that I have input into its built-in piano roll. You'll notice that there are various scale options as well, which I recommend you explore. So, depending upon what notes you put in, if you select a certain scale, Live Stepper will automatically snap the notes you've put into the nearest notes in that scale, which is useful. A cool aspect of this technique is that simply by moving around your trigger notes, you can come up with variations of the pattern. So for example, you'll notice that if I move any of these notes around, Live Stepper's pattern will change because the trigger note sequence is changing. So basically, that is the technique. And again, Live Stepper is a free Max for Live plugin. I definitely recommend you check this out. This technique is, I feel like, one of those things that has sort of fallen by the wayside a little bit with people moving just into the DAW or working strictly in the box. And fortunately, someone's come up with a nice little free device that allows you to easily emulate that old technique, and I think you'll find you come up with some interesting ideas. So that's it for now. I will put the link to Live Stepper in the description text, and I will also put the link to Synthmania's cool video if you want to find out more about how he did this with the Juno 60 and a TR-909 like they did back in the day. That's it for now. Goodbye.